Well, good evening, everyone. For the first time since I've gotten home, we've got a nice, warm, sunny day. Actually, it wasn't supposed to get very warm today, but the winds died down and the sun warmed everything up. And there's Dax getting a nice, good roll in the grass. So I'm going to go around and see what's been going on in my garden while I've been gone since I left in March. Well, it looks like my irises are coming up. And, yeah. Oh, God, I really need to get out here and get this iris bed weeded, though. Warm days to do that. I don't like being cold. But, yeah, we need to get the irises up. We need to cut back the asters. All the asters from last year need to be cut back. I need to clean out this is I believe a Siberian iris is what I was told a long time ago. And it really needs to be cleaned up. I really need to get it. It's a huge bed of rhizomes and I really need to clean it up. I wonder how my roses came through the winter. I'll have to see. I've had this rose bush here for a long time. I don't know. These canes might have, it always comes up every spring, but I don't know. These canes look like they might not have made it through the winter. Might have to be cut back, which is terrible because as you can see, they got some really wicked sharp thorns on them. I mean, those will go right through leather garden gloves. You practically need welder's gloves to handle them. Or, no, maybe the canes are alive. Is that a little bud I see right there? I think there's a bud on that. Well, I'll give it another couple of weeks. We've had so much weather going warm, then cold, then warm, then cold. My bush cherry is getting ready to bloom. This is a Nanking cherry. And it's really big bush. I've got a little dead wood to get out of it, but it seems to be doing pretty good this year. Now let's go check on the front flower bed here. It needs weeded and cut back. Got to get the flax cut back. Flax is so pretty when it blooms though, all the yellow blooms. Looks like, yep, there's some sweet williams coming up. My irises are coming up. I've got irises all through this bed too. So, yep, get that. I'm just glad we got a little sunshine so we could see a few things. Let's see how my little spruce tree did. Last spring when I put it out, it was very unhappy in the pot. That it had been one of those potted Christmas trees and live trees, and I kept it on the back porch the rest of the winter, but so I could plant it in the spring. But by spring it was so unhappy, it lost a lot of needles. It did put out a little new growth last year. As you can see, that's new growth that it put out last summer. And oh, I believe we got a few, yep, right there. See those little tiny needles? We got some new growth. That's new stuff. And look here. We got some buds on it. Got new buds. New buds. Okay. I think my little spruce tree, it's just a little Colorado spruce. I'll be pruning off all the dead branches this year. And yeah, hopefully it made it through its first winter outside, so hopefully it will just progress and do well from now on. Well, I've been out here for 5 minutes. I'm actually cooking dinner, so. And there's Jessie, old Jessie girl. She's 13 and a half years old, She eats things she shouldn't, makes her tummy upset. Yep. She's out here to enjoy the sunshine. It's the first day everybody's gotten to enjoy sunshine. She's like, stop bugging me. What are you doing? She can't figure it. You can't figure out what I'm doing, can you, Jessie? Yeah. She's getting a little grumpy in her old age, so we kind of let her do her own thing. Got to pick up a few of those branches and stuff. Gets all twisted around her tie out. And, yeah. There we go. Okay. My lilacs are all getting ready to leaf out. Look at that. Getting ready to leaf out. Got a lot of lilacs. Just a whole big row of mature lilacs all the way to the road. One of the things I've always loved about this place was all my lilacs. Nice big lilacs. All these trees here, including this, well, this big one was kind of here when I got here. There was a propane tank in this spot, and when they removed the propane tank after I got natural gas, there's a spindly little elm tree. These other elms I planted myself. The thornless honey locust, it's a thornless variety, so it doesn't have the wicked thorns most honey locusts have. It was here when I moved in. There was an old willow that got torn apart in a windstorm a couple years back, and it got taken out last spring, and then it bushed out lots of branches, and now I gotta cut back everything and try to just get one branch to grow into a new tree. And yeah, well, let's finish our quick little tour. Okay, raised beds. If it stays warm and sunny in the evenings like this, I will be getting out here and getting these raised beds cleaned out so I can get them ready for planting. And really wish my brother-in-law would come and pick up his logs. I have a little greenhouse I want to put here. Got to clean out all that back stuff in the back, and then I want to put a little greenhouse right here. It'll be protected from most of the winds and should do well. And it's definitely time to contact my neighbor with his little plow to come and till up the pumpkin patch. Got to get the pumpkin patch tilled, and I got to remove that last sunflower stalk and get the other side of the fence cleaned up so I can plant sunflowers on the other side of it. I plant them next to the fence, and then I usually tie them to the fence so they don't get blown over. We get some really wicked south winds that come up. But yep, this is all ready, getting ready here. Just need to have it tilled, and then I can get the tires out it and start planting my pumpkin seeds. Let's see how yeah, I think we've got some little buds on the peach tree. Hard to tell, they're still kind of tight. Let's see if I can get that to focus on the peach tree. Yeah, I think I got some little buds there. Hard to tell. Yeah. Let's see this other little peach tree. Get my hand back there so I'll have something to focus on. Yeah, I think I got some buds there. Okay. Ooh. I definitely got some green buds here. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Little green buds. That is so awesome. All right. Well, I better get inside the house. Let the dogs have a little time in the sunshine and the warm spring air. I gotta go finish fixing my dinner, and before it burns, I've been outside for 10 minutes. I had it simmering on low, but still. Talk to you later. Okay, back again. Got my zoodles off the stove and got my pork chop simmering. Look at that sunset. It's one thing I like about living here is beautiful sunsets we get. Got the sun right there, is heading towards the horizon, trapped behind the cloud. It's just really gorgeous out here. One of the prettiest places on God's green earth. It's right out here in East Idaho. Not going to tell too many people exactly where this is at, because honestly, I like it quiet like this. I don't want to get invaded. And there's Dax. He's impatient. Yes, I got to pick up trash. He wants to go back in the house. He's a pampered house pet. And why do I keep my dogs on a tie-out, you might ask? Because that I live on is a main road, and most people don't drive the speed limit. Speed limit is 50 miles an hour in front of my house. Up there, halfway down that hillside, which you can't really see, it changes. About the edge of my neighbor's fence across the field, there's a little sign that says 50 miles an hour. And on the other side of the road, the sign says 35 miles an hour. And believe me, I have a lot of people who, by the time they get to the well here, this is the field well, they're doing 60. They fly by me like this is the Indianapolis 500 Speedway. So yeah, they don't stop for animals. Yeah, along these backcountry farm roads, especially the main farm roads, you see a lot of dead cats, skunks, squirrels, birds, raccoons, porcupines, and occasionally dogs that have the bad luck to get in the way. So yep, since I live right on a main road with a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit and people zipping by at 60, my dogs are on tie-outs. I don't have a fenced-in yard for them. That's one of those things that I keep hoping one of these days I can do, is get my yard fenced in. Oh God, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And in the distance you can see, my dad called that the Lone Butte. It's also called by the locals the Big Butte. And then to the north of it, you can't really see them because of houses in the way, but there's two more buttes. Houses in the way, but way off to the north you can kind of see behind that house one of them. And those are called the Twin Buttes. That's what my dad called them. He grew up here in this area. But oh, look at that. Birds. My tree swallows are back. I can see them flitting around. I just love them. Starlings are here already. Robins are getting their nest built. I don't know which of the lilac shrubs they've chosen this year, but they nest in the lilacs. The robins do. Starlings, they nest in the eaves. There's a couple places in the eaves of my house that they can get into, so they nest there. They used to nest in the big willow, but since that got ripped in half by a windstorm and then torn apart, had to be removed. Yeah, wish I knew how to dig up those old videos I took last year and tag them in. I'm not sure. Maybe I can. When I go to link up videos, I'll see if I can find the videos where we took down the willow last year. It had a T-post in the center of it that I discovered, fortunately, before anybody took it down. And good thing it got ripped in half. It made finding the T-post pretty easy. And I might see if I can find those videos and link them up and make one video out of it. But yeah, that's that old bent T-post. This is a T-post it grew up around. Yep. That would have been real nasty if somebody had cut into that with their chainsaw. So I'm glad I found it. Probably saved somebody's life. Okay, yeah, I got all this wood, firewood, and old stuff that's got to be removed. This was all here when I bought the place 25 years ago. Still haven't gotten rid of it. Need to clear this area out. It'll be a real good spot to, you know, I just want to put a greenhouse in front of it, but this is a good spot to eventually maybe scrape it clean and put gravel down, and it'd be a good parking spot. Get all this cleared out. And yes, those holes are voles. My entire property is so infested with voles and pocket gophers. Really got to find a way to get those critters out without using poison, because I got some owls as well as some stray cats that hunt around here, and I don't want to accidentally poison them. I gotta go in and get my dinner now. Let's have one last look at this gorgeous sunset, and I'll just be quiet, and I'll see y'all on the next video.